everyone, this is Sally with the Polka Dot Life. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in the United States. Today I want to talk to you about something you might have noticed that's different in our annual catalog, the one that was just released last month. The card kits are now available online only, and so that helps us as demonstrators for planning an event that each customer can order their own kit, the one that they want to make, and the one that they like the colors and the theme and all of those things. It also means that Stampin' Up! Doesn't have to deal with back orders and shipping delays and all those type things, so that the kits that are offered are only the ones in stock. It also is great for both of us because then they can change the kits, because that annual catalog lasts for an entire year. So when one kit sells out, they can just bring another one in, and now we have another choice instead of sticking to the same choices for an entire year. So join me at the craft desk and let's take a look at a kit and make a card together. Okay. For kits, we have a few options. There is always the paper pumpkin route, which we always have some idea what it's going to be, but we never really know exactly, and you don't get to choose. But if you'd like getting a surprise in the mail, and often products coordinate back and forth with paper pumpkin, that is a great option for you. This is for when maybe you're just going on a vacation and you want to take something with you to make, or your sisters may live in different parts of the country and you want to Zoom and craft together. This is a great option. If you are a brand new stamper and you don't have any supplies, this is exactly what you need. There are several kits to choose from. I chose the Sentimental Rose Card Kit, and this is actually a take off of a former Paper Pumpkin kit. I missed that kit. I skipped it for some reason, and I have regretted that decision. So I was thrilled when I was able to get it as a kit. As far as kits go, they range usually from $12 to $19 range in that area, depending on what comes with them, and if they have stamps or if they don't have stamps. So that's the other portion. Some are non-stamping kits. They are just put together a little project kind of kit, or put together a card kind of kit if stamping isn't your thing. So there are so many options here, but let's take a look in this one. They all come in these nice craft boxes, which is great for storing your supplies. This is the stamp set, and I will put it here for you to see. The beautiful rose, best wishes for you, thank you, congratulations, happy birthday, thinking of you, happy Mother's Day, and some little dots. This covers a lot of different occasions. I like that. So you can see they come packaged a lot like our paper pumpkin kits do. So we have that. Let's pull that out. You also get, in the ones with a stamp, you get a stamping block and you get an ink spot. So we will be using those today. Let's move that box out of the way and work on our kit. Now you will need a pair of scissors. They don't need to be Stampin' Up! Scissors, but I think you will find that easier to cut into here. Just be careful you don't damage any of the supplies. Sorry about that crinkly noise. There's just not much you can do to avoid it. Try to talk over it here for a minute. Ooh, I have things sliding. And you will need scissors because we have some twine here to cut. Oh, these enamel dots are so pretty, and they're dimensionals. These things are all secured in a little package, and the reason that is all shrink wrapped is so that in case that outer box gets damaged, your ingredients or card supplies stay dry, and it kind of helps them from getting mangled. We will have to read the directions, but I'm kind of thinking we might have a belly band or something maybe to group cards together. We'll have to find out. we'll just sort things out into our workspace. How does that sound? So we have, I think there are, I don't know, I think 3 or 4 different varieties of cards that this makes. So we'll just go through. Oh, that's like a corrugated paper. That's kind of cool. Just sort these parts and pieces out. We have some different envelopes. Looks maybe like some mint macaron, some so saffron. And I'm not sure what this is. This might be Flirty Flamingo. We will have to look for sure and see. I'm just going to have stuff everywhere. I'm going to put the envelopes out to the side. We are not making alternatives. That's not what this is about. We are making these kits as intended so you can see how quickly and easily they come together. We have some different card bases, and these little tags are kind of corrugated, I'm guessing to kind of give them a little bit of lift. And then we have, looks like some maybe so saffron card bases. We have some die cuts. Ah, we do. We have a little acrylic box that we will be able to package up pretty to give a gift to somebody if we choose to do that. Or we could use this to keep some supplies in, to keep things from getting, you know, the edges bent or something. Lots of great ideas here. Here you go. We have these acrylic boxes in our line, and I just simply folded it up here and put this together, but I'm going to set that off to the side too. We have some tags. We have some glue dots. Now, these will certainly work if that is what you want to do. I would recommend take your pick tool to get these off. But quite honestly, I'm not going to suggest that you buy anything else except for an adhesive. I think that your cards will stay together and look nicer. So let's see here. Let's just kind of condense our mess. We are only going to make one card together today. And let's just take a look. These are so beautiful. And they have changed the way they've done some of their instructions for us with kits. Both in these kits and the paper pumpkin kits, they have made them color. And they are very pictorial. They're visual instructions because we are marketed in various language markets. And so that gives also inches and centimeters. No matter what you are using, you will find what you need. And then let's see here. It tells you what colors coordinate. That is Calypso Coral, Flirty Flamingo, Gray Granite, Mint Macaron, So Saffron, and of course black. But we, like I said, we aren't making any alternatives today. But I want you to always remember that this is a lot like the paper pumpkin kits in that your stamp set is yours to keep. These instructions might not all fit in frame, but I want to keep my work pieces here in frame for you. Let's see which card. This is the card I want to make. I love, love, love this flower. So you will see that this tells you you're going to need this block. It tells you you're going to need one of these yellow sentiment tags. One of these looks like the green here. And it's showing me that I need a piece of this corrugated to go along with this. So let me get this element. In this sheet of corrugated, it looks like I need just a rectangle. Okay, so our directions are telling us we need this block. I need to put the flower on it first, the leaf second, and the greeting. So let's just take our stamp and we're just going to put it on. I actually don't mind these paper pumpkin blocks. Some people really don't like them, but I actually don't think they're awful. I'm going to suggest that you use a small scissor like this and cut right across here to open these. I actually like, they're very sticky though. I actually like keeping them attached. And when we are finished today, I will take a piece of washi tape and I will put some here and wrap it the whole way around over to here. That way it won't flop open on you and dry out. These are good covers, but they're just small and sometimes things happen. I have found it is best to go ahead and take some painter's tape, some washi tape, something that's removable so that you can open and close this at your leisure. And this is not unlike any other of our stamps. I found with these Stampin' spots, you need to do them upside down just because they're small, and especially with a big surface area like this. But they aren't unlike our other stamps where I'm going to suggest you take a piece of scrap paper and do your flower with it first. Once, maybe even 2 times. Mine is still just a little bit gritty and grainy, and I think I've got cat hair or something on mine. And we're just going to go over it again, and we are going to do that. And this actually puts a little cushion under there, but I am just going to take that and I'm going to just move it around this a little bit to clean it off. And that way, if there are any residues from the factory or anything, those come off. This surface actually does have a little bit of give to it as well. If you have a mouse pad or a piece of craft foam or something like that, you can use that as a mat under your photopolymer stamps, and you will get a much better image that way. Of course, if you have a Stampin' Pierce mat, that is just what we usually use. But if you have something like that that is good. If you don't, just use whatever work surface that you have. You may have to protect your surface underneath. I am actually going to bring in this scrap paper again, and it shows you that we're just going to, our instructions show us that you're going to just put this up here in the corner. And I think it, no matter how it points, it is good, and it looks like it comes down pretty close to that colored area. Now, you are not going to be likely sending the same card to the same people. So if they look different, that's okay. Now, of course, if you're an avid stamper, you could go ahead and just go crazy with the elements of this kit and make your own designs. But again, this is for the beginner stamper. And again, we are going to just stamp that off. That's very pretty. And I am just going to rub that around a little bit. Now, once I use this, then it'll be good to go for the rest of whatever I choose to use it for. And we're just going to take this one, and it appears as it goes off the edge, and we can see through this, and so we can just line it up. And if you put it onto the area of the flower where there's a little darker place, then that will line up very nicely for you. And again, And see, theirs has a little bit more showing. Mine has a little bit less showing. It is all fine. And let's choose our sentiment. Our sentiment I want to use today. Now, you can swap these tags around and use whichever, you can mix and match those, but we're going to go with that today. And we are going to stick with best wishes. Usually with sentiment stamps, I like to use my grid paper. Now, I don't have any of that, and if you don't have any of that at home, that's fine. Temporarily, we're just going to put this down onto that yellow line, and we know that's pretty straight. And so we will just, you know, kind of guesstimate and see, you know, I kind of try to line it up with the bottom of this paper and just try to keep it as straight as we can. Nothing's going to be perfect, but let's, now with this little sentiment and with those leaves, you can just kind of use this like a regular stamp pad. Great, great, great. That one's all cleaned up and ready to go. And we can just jump over here and do your best to look over this and center it. If it's not, like I say, it is your first attempt. You are great. And it's kind of got a little weathered look to it. So it doesn't matter, like those couple places that didn't stamp, that's really not an issue. So our instructions tell us to do our stamping, and then we are going to build our sentiment, and we are going to put dimensionals. If you can see this picture here, we are going to put dimensionals on the flagged portion, and just glue dots is what it's calling for on the other one, and we will probably just use some adhesive. So let's get our dimensionals out. I'm just going to go ahead and get all of the elements out of that pouch. And these are full-size dimensionals. We're going to put those on the back. And we'll peel off the backing. You know, I usually use my tools, but we're just going along with somebody might not have those tools. And this corrugated actually comes to the front. It's facing outward. Sorry, I keep moving things around. I'm just trying to keep things in frame for you if I can do that. So it looks like this isn't exactly centered. It looks like it's towards the top, off of it a little bit, and maybe about one row up of that corrugation. Maybe even two. And you just kind of want to, like I say, just kind of eyeball it, make sure it's straight. And it's okay that that overhangs there just a little tiny bit. Okay, let's fold our cardstock. If you have a bone folder, this would be a great place to use it. Make sure your hands are clean. You could, you know, just go, put it on the back side and go over it with your hand a little bit, and it will crease. So we've just scored our card base in half. We have our elements, and then this tells us these are the dimensionals, these are glue dots. But again, I am going to use some of my liquid adhesive, and I am just going to, sorry, I have to hold this back here where I can see it. And I'm just going to put some of that liquid glue on there. And it also will help scoot it into the corner. You don't want to have it goozing out, but you do want to be able to move it around. Tombow is a great adhesive just to have around your home. It's really nice. And then again, the same with this corrugated, but we'll be putting the glue on this flat side. And you kind of want it going over here and kind of kissing that leaf that you put on. But you also want it to be straight. So there. Now then for step 3, it's telling us we need these little dots. And it looks like we're using 1 large one and 2 small ones. So it looks like 1 goes here, 1 goes here, and 1 goes over close to this flower. And I think that is really, really nice. Your inside is already nice. You don't need a liner or anything like that. This is just a truly, truly sweet note card. As far as the envelopes go, I think those are a mix and match situation. So you could pick whatever color, although the So Saffron would match this one very, very nicely. I'm not sure the other of the Flirty Flamingo or Calypso Coral, whatever, which one that is, might not look as nice, but you could use this or the one with the writing. And I think that this is just a super, super lovely card. Yes, I think you have, let's look here, 9 cards, 3 of each of the 3 designs. And these are like a note card size is what these are. So I just think this is so pretty. And, you know, anybody could do this. If you have a teen daughter, what a great way to put them to work for you and your family. A greeting card can cost $5 or $6 in the store, and you can get this set of 9 for just $19. So that is a really, really good deal. They could make their own cards for all of those birthday parties. They could make every one of these a happy birthday card. If you have kids that are going to parties all over the place, maybe you have someone, a student that's in college and they love to craft, but they obviously can't take all of their craft supplies with them. Send them this box at their college address. They love to get things in the mail, and this would be just a super, super nice thing to have. Maybe they need thank you cards for going to job interviews that they send after they get back from their interview. These can just serve all kinds of purposes. So think about these kits. Log in, you can just search the word kit and it will come up with everything that is currently available. Don't forget about that last chance sale that is going on with those products from the retiring January to June mini catalog. Lots of good deals there. And that Connect, Craft, and Collect promotion will be going on just for a short, about another week and a half. So go ahead and take advantage of that. As always, remember to be kind, send a card, and do something creative. Bye-bye.